Hello and welcome to Lincolnshire Living. In this episode we're going to be taking a look back at some of the very best bits of 2007. In 2007 we visited many schools, community groups, sports clubs and individuals from across the region. Let's take a look at what's coming up in today's special edition of Lincolnshire Living. We spent time with the award-winning beach safety officer Buster Hammond. We found out about Cleethorpes Friendship at Home scheme. We climbed the Grimsby Dock Tower. And we spent a day at Grimsby's International Market. In July we met the very talented young racing driver Josh Raymond. We spent the day with him on his first race of the season at Cadwell Park and experienced the highs and the lows of being a racing car driver because not everything went to plan that day.
Hi, I'm Josh Raymond and I'm a racing driver. We're at Cadwell Park for the first round of the season this year. As you can see, I'm in the Gulf behind me. Oh, it's a great circuit. It's my local race and it's one of the best circuits in terms of actual layout for the country. It's also one of the few that's not based on an airfield, so you have the undulations and the hills and everything that you see around this circuit, which is quite rare in Britain because most of them are flat. And the team we're racing with is Andy Waters Track Sport, and their premises are shared with the people who are franchised for Quadzilla, so they own the motorhome that we're in today. I just love the speed really, I just love going really fast around the corner. Not even if it's in a straight line, it's mainly just like going as fast as possible, which is the main thing I love about racing. For the practice session we had to do at least 3 laps to qualify for the race. Unfortunately we've had an incident where we've had a water leak and the car overheated, so I had to stop very early in the session, so we'll find out soon whether I did the laps to qualify. But when we were on the circuit it was going very well. I was quite happy with the car, I was quite impressed how it was going, so I'm quite happy with the practice session overall. I'm quite confident about today. In testing I think I've done pretty well, so I'm looking forward to see how the race goes. It'll be my first proper race in a car, so obviously there's no high expectations, but I hope I'll do well.
This is actually the first race here at Cadwell Park today, 1st of July, and we've got real cars here now. It was very much a virtual championship with emails and telephone conversations, but it's nice to see there are actually some people behind that and they're actually going to race today. What we'd hope really is that it encourages younger people potentially to come up from karting. We're seeing a few of those kind of people, and if it's a series that's respected within the UK club fraternity and it's seen as a good feeder series for other more expensive race championships, I think we'd be very happy.
Well, I think right from a very early age, when he was about 2 or 3, he was always interested in cars, and he started off with the very small little model cars, and he used to always have an interest in cars. So when he was about 8, 9, it was just really an extension of his like for cars that we took him to a go-kart track, and he joined the kids club there, and he did really well. It's a big leap from karts to cars, and he's got a lot more to think about. In karts, all he had to do is make sure that he kept it on the track. In cars now, he does have to think about the temperatures, about warming up the brakes, warming up the tyres, and what the car's actually doing. It's a bigger lump of metal that he's having to deal with.
I think that normally it's nice when there's a series without a tariff barrier, i.e. your dad doesn't have to be a millionaire for you to actually go racing. And I think the average sort of 16, 17-year-old can actually build his own car almost with some help, and he'll learn an awful lot about setup. We've negotiated a lot of deals ourselves in terms of cheaper tyres, cheaper oils, cheaper parts for the vehicles. And we're always on the end of a telephone to give people help. So the idea really is that we will give people a maximum opportunity to actually come and join us and do a bit of racing.
Just finished the race, well, didn't finish the race. After the start, I got a few laps in. I made my way up from 14th to about 7th or 8th until the engine decided it wasn't going to give me any power. So I was losing lots of time, and then by the time I got it back to the pit lane, it unfortunately was still smoking. I think it was steam. It was just the engine giving up. The first 2 laps were fantastic. In my opinion, I was really happy with how it all went. The car was going really fast and it was going all right. For this weekend, I'd just like to thank Andy Waters and Phil from G&G Motorsports. They've given me a lot of support this weekend. They've done really well. I'd also like to thank all the race organisers, marshals and all that, because it's always their contribution that makes the race weekend happen. I'd like to thank Kim from Channel 7 for coming to film it for me.
In 2006, Beach Safety Officer Buster Hammond won a Safer Communities Award for his efforts in keeping Cleethorpes Beach a safe and clean beach. We spent the day with him to find out exactly what it takes to be a Beach Safety Officer.
My name's Buster Hammond, B-U-S-T-E-R. I work for North East Links Council and I've worked for them for approximately 22 years now. Every morning I start work at 9 o'clock. And the first thing we do is we check that all the promenade's been tidied up by the cleansing lads. All the bins are empty, the prom's nice and clean, ready for the holidaymakers to come to this resort. And then we check the beach, make sure it's all nice and clean. If it's not nice and clean, I make 1 or 2 phone calls and we get the lads out to clean the beach up. Hey, I'm going to be a film star, love.
You are.
See, if that lady and her little girl stayed on here with her dog, they'd be in serious trouble. There's a tide. How you doing, bud? You need to go back to the main beach. You're getting cut off by this tide, OK? The water comes behind you, cut you off, and it's a lifeboat job.
Nice.
All right,
What do you suggest then? Get one of these?
No, I suggest you get back that way. You need to be going back to the main beach. The tide's coming in and you'll get cut off and trapped. Yeah, it comes up round you, yeah. All right. So, sorry to spoil your fun. You want to be going that way because the tide's coming in and you'll get cut off. It comes round and trapped. Hey? Yeah, that way.
Right.
All right, buddy?
Only because of the water is covered,
Yeah, water's coming in. You want to be that way. Cheers. I can't speak Polish or anything else. No. I'm going to have to learn. You know when the beach safety officer asks you to come in, sir, can you please come in? You see, we've got hundreds of people.
It's as if let me just take the photograph.
Yeah.
And we'll come back up. I'm telling you, I'm arresting you. That's what he said.
He's here to make sure you don't drown. 99% of the people, holiday makers, they take notice of us. You always get one who knows best. He'd sooner drown just to get a photograph. That lad here, Pat, is here to do a job, and he does it well. That's why we don't have any deaths on Cleethorpes Beach. Is that right, mate? I've just been informed by the Coast Guard, Steve Woods, that there's the Alnalaya launching, the lifeboat. Apparently there's a yacht aground on the Binks, and as I say, the Coast Guards and the lifeboats just been paid to just, you know, see what the problem is. And as you can see now, the lads are rushing down. These lads, they live local, they only live round the corner from the station. You know, they don't live miles away from the station because there's no point. By the time somebody got down, it'd be too late. So when you join the Alnalaya, they like you to live as close to the station as possible. Within, say, 5 or 10 minutes, the tide is completely surrounded you. The tide comes in as quick as you can walk, and down Umberston Pitties, when it floods through the creek, it's coming in about 25 knots. Now that is some speed, and we haven't got time to mess about talking, you know what I mean, stopping and having a conversation with somebody. We literally got to say, can you get back to the main beach, the tide's coming in, and then you're on to the next person. Then the next person. They're like lemmings. When the tide's coming in, they seem to all want to come out. You know, it's dangerous.
We got a job coming in. We've been paid for it.
We've got CG to Grimsby, vessel declared made, hull landing.
I would think it'd more likely be Grimsby.
Can you confirm 2 casualties need winch number?
Mayday.
2 casualties for winch.
I think we'll stay on scene.
The person in here, which could be any one of us, we take it in turns. They're in charge of this office, all the phone calls, the CCTV camera. They have the things like general inquiries, what time the tide's coming in. We log on with the Coast Guards at Bridlington every morning at 9 o'clock. If they need us for assistance, they'll call us up here. They know we're here. They know we're manned 7 days a week. 365 days a year, Christmas Day, Boxing Day and New Year's Day. And also you get people coming in, lost children. We send people out looking for the lost kids, ring the police, ask them if they've got them, or they'll help us look as well. And we keep the parents here. And also we have first aid treatment. We have to deal with first aid. An example, people, heart attacks, anginas, broken limbs, arms, legs, asthma, you name it, we do it. Yeah, people are starting to go home now. The beat safety team has been busy. We haven't had any major disasters. This morning the RNLI got a job, as you know, and tomorrow's another day. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
There are many great society and community groups based in our region for young people, but there's one group based in Cleethorpes that are strictly for the over 50s. We visited the Friendship at Home scheme, which offers companionship and a sense of community for the older individual living in our region.
Friendship at Home scheme was started in September last year as a result of some funding that was given to us from Help the Aged. It was given to us to start up a new scheme within the Cleethorpes area to offer the people over 50 in the Cleethorpes area social activities and the befriending service that we do. We meet at the Rafa Club on Alexander Road, Cleethorpes, and it's once a week on a Thursday morning between 10 and 12.
I'm retired now from work, and I wanted something to do and something to give me an interest and help keep me involved in something and keep my brain active. And I thought I would like to help the older people in the community, the ones that are lonely and don't get out much. We thought we could set something up like a social day, which is we have on a Thursday morning, and get them all out and they all enjoy each other's company and that sort of thing.
I would hope that it gets them involved more socially and makes them feel part of the community again, because a lot of older people feel very isolated. They may go out every day to do the shopping and that sort of thing, but actually to have that social interaction where we've sat down and had some conversation with somebody.
We have a quiz, we have chair-based exercises, we have speakers coming in from all different agencies, the fire service, the police, safety at home.
The club is open to anyone within the Cleethorpes area that is over 50, so there's quite a wide audience out there for us really, so anybody that's over 50 and that lives in the Cleethorpes area can come along.
It's a lovely little club, very so friendly, there's nothing too much trouble, and Julie's an angel. Everybody's friendly. In fact, sometimes there's that many here we can't hear ourselves talk. I live on my own and I never see a soul, and it gets me out.
Seeing them all smiling and happy and talking and laughing. We also organise trips away on coaches to various functions, either a garden centre and a meal where they can go and have a walk round and look. We take them to see shows and that sort of thing, places they would not be able to go if they were just left to their own devices.
It will benefit them, as I say, because it raises awareness that we're actually here, we're working within the community, and what we're also looking to do is to work in partnership with other groups that are in the area.
You get a lot of satisfaction from volunteering, from seeing the people happy. And that is the biggest thing, when you can go home at the end of the day and you feel that you've done some good in making a few people happy.
I would recommend anybody, myself, to come.
Come along, give us a try. Come and see how we work. Come in for one session, if you like it, come back. Meet the people.
The Grimsby Dock Tower isn't usually open to members of the public, but in September we met up with the Grimsby Rotary Club, who had access to the Dock Tower for just one weekend in order to raise money for charity.
I'm John Spillman. I'm the president of Grimsby Rotary Club, and we're here to raise funds for charity through our Dock Tower climb.
For the 10th year, we take the general public to the top of the tower so they can get an opportunity to see the wonderful views up there.
The purpose of today is to raise funds for Macmillan Nurses and other local charities.
We only do 2 major fundraising events for our club does during the year, and we raise a significant amount of money in the 2. So we raise around £10,000 and give it to charity every year.
Last year we only had 1 day on the climb, and we had to turn way over 100 people, so we extended it for 2 days. And we have now got entries for over 400 people to climb the tower.
We've lived in Grimsby for about 12 years, and we decided we'd like to climb the Dock Tower.
I've come to climb the Dock Tower today, something I've always wanted to do, and managed to do it today.
Going up the Dock Tower was something that I never thought I'd do, because I'm not very good on heights and ladders. Spiral staircases are a bit awe-inspiring. However, I'm very pleased I've done it.
The other towers we've been in, you seem to go up a passage. Here you go up a spiral staircase and you can see down, so it's quite exciting.
The best part is when I got to the top. I could have stayed up there all day, you know, but the spiral, that was frightening, going up there just with a bit of mesh around it, and I thought it would be a big stairs right across the spiral of the width of the tower, but it's not. It's only a small spiral like this going up, with mesh on the outside, and you see everywhere as you're going up, and it seemed endless as we was going up it.
Well, it takes about 12 to 15 minutes to climb up a spiral staircase, which is a single cast iron circular staircase, and it takes about 15 minutes to get to the top, and we leave you people up the top about 20 minutes and another 15 minutes down. Great fun.
I thought it was wonderful. I didn't know what to expect.
The view is terrific.
The view was wonderful from the top, yes. Yes, took quite a few camera shots.
We could see right across Grimsby, right up to Immingham. Yeah, it was great.
They expect a wonderful view and wonderful weather today. They can see for miles, and it's exciting.
I mean, Grimsby and Cleethorpes look small. I didn't realise it, you know, from there, how small it is. You see from Cleethorpes right the way around to Aylesby, right out the other end.
We use this event to do both a cultural event and a fundraising event all at the same time.
Rotary isn't really the best association to get publicity. We do get a lot of publicity doing these things, and also we're very lucky we get local sponsorship in the town, and it makes Rotary very much aware in the local area.
I got the sponsorship and everything, and everybody's very kindly sponsoring me. and socially collecting quite a bit of money and to give to the Rotary Club for the charities.
We're hoping to raise a little more than £5,000. Maybe if we're lucky on some sponsorships we may get £6,000, so between £5,000 and £6,000.
I could do it again tomorrow.
The International Market comes to Grimsby once a year. It's organised by communities together and supported by Shoreline and the Humberside Police. I had a great time at the market and got to experience cultures and music from across the globe. Hi, I'm here at the Riverhead in Grimsby to experience this year's International Market. The market gives us a chance to celebrate North East Lincolnshire's cultural diversity with a wide range of activities, entertainment and market stalls. With Chinese, Indian and Russian food stalls and a wide range of performers, including Nepalese dancers, let's take a look at what's on offer today. Well, the market looks and sounds fantastic. So I'm going to go and have a look at what's on offer. Okay, so you've got some really beautiful girls giving out some of your produce today. Can you tell us a bit about your stall and what you're doing here?
First of all, my name is Victoria Leek and I am business owner of Slavika, Eastern European Delicatessen. Also, I am member of Community Together and I am representative of Eastern European community. And obviously I would like to introduce people of North East Lincolnshire, particularly to bring them a taste of Eastern European food. And actually it's only around the corner, it's on Freeman Street. Our stock includes over 2,000 different products. It's including meat, bread, fish, dairy products, you can see yourself, caviar, soft drink, confectionery, anything you like. You just need to come and choose.
Today too.
We got some of them because obviously we cannot bring everything, it's just impossible. And these lovely girls, Gabrielle and Dagmara, they are helping me. I would like people to taste it and to find out if they like it. I hope they do, they like it. And just give them a pleasure to try a little bit of taste of Eastern Europe.
I'm here with Pippa, who's from Shoreline. Pippa, can you tell us a bit about why Shoreline are involved today?
Yeah, Shoreline Housing Partnership, we're the largest registered social landlord in North East Lincolnshire. We took over all the council stock in March 2005, so we now manage all the ex-council housing stock throughout North East Lincolnshire. We're here today really because it's a community event and it's about bringing all the different communities together, and we see sort of the communities in which we work as perhaps the most important sort of aspect of our work, and getting everyone involved and getting people to come and tell us what they think of us and our service and our neighbourhoods is really important to us.
Just tell us a bit more about why Shoreline think it's really important to raise the awareness of cultural diversity in Grimsby.
Okay, well I think because traditionally we've not had a massive number of people from different communities living in Grimsby, and people might not be aware of the different cultures and the different type of people that are increasingly coming to live in North East Lincolnshire and in Grimsby. It's so important that everybody comes to events like this and gets to see the different communities are here and just gets to understand a bit more about how they live, and and it just promotes community cohesion and just helps everyone to get on a bit better, I think.
That's great.
3, 4, and back, step.
Yay! That was alright, wasn't it? I'm here with Peter Barnard, who works for the Institute. Peter, can you tell us about the Institute's involvement with the international market?
Yes, we pride ourselves in our place here in the whole of the communities and the heart of the community in North East Lincolnshire. And I'm a member of the Executive Committee of Communities Together. And one of my roles on that is to put on events. So the event that's happening today with the music and the stalls is the end result of quite a lot of hard planning by a lot of people. But in my role with Communities Together, I'm absolutely proud to put on what we've done today. We wanted to have something that was out in public. It's easy to put on an event inside a town hall, and then you just attract the people who want to go there. We wanted this to be in the face of the public.
Right.
So, because the black communities in North East Lincolnshire are very small in number, and it's very easy for the white population, or even the members of the individual communities themselves, not to become aware of the cultures and the background of the other communities. So we thought if we put something on which is about food, because it's Europe's food town, about music, dance and some freebies, this might appeal to the population. Well, today what we've got is we've got some live music from local bands and also bands from far away as London and Leicester. Right. We've got dancers, we've got some Nepalese dancers from Havelock School and Grimsby Morris Men. There's some great live acts. And then we've got over 20 stalls displaying wares from the individual communities. So you can come here and have some Chinese food. You can come and see and touch the Chinese dragon dance, and then you can go to the Hindu stall, but equally you can go to some of our sponsoring organisation stores. But everyone's very much entering into the spirit of it, so there are lots of freebies, even on the sponsoring stalls. And I shouldn't also forget to say that Viking FM have been fantastic in working with us, and they've given a lot of their own time and facilities for free.
Well, there's a really great atmosphere and it's really busy here today, so I think you've done a really good job.
Thank you very much. We're delighted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I've had a fantastic day here today. I've tried food from all over the world and had the opportunity to learn about different cultures. So next time the international market's on, take a look around. It's well worth a visit. Well, that's all we've got time for on today's Lincolnshire Living, but remember the programme is about you and your community, so if you do have a story, then get in touch, we'd love to hear from you. On behalf of all of Channel 7, we'd like to wish you a Happy New Year. Bye for now.